Alright, welcome back to the channel everyone. So we're going to cover NVIDIA again, but we're going to do it from a little bit different perspective. So we're going to get into the Heikin-Ashi candles. We're going to zoom out a little bit. I actually want to start with the 2-week time frame on NVIDIA and then move down into the 4 hours. So we're going to use the Heikin-Ashi candles, so it's a little bit different than the normal price action candles. To really simplify it, it takes the average of current candle and a previous candle to sort of filter out noise, and it allows you to see the trend a little bit more clearly. Now you got to keep in mind that the Heikin-Ashi candles are not the true price action, so when you're actually trading, you want to actually use the actual real candles to see what the actual price is, but it's an indicator and you should treat it as an indicator, and if you do so and you use it correctly, you can really use it to improve your trading and improve your gains. So let's just get right into it. So on the 2-week time frame with NVIDIA, let's just zoom this a little bit so we can see it more clearly. Now we have this pretty strong uptrend with the Heikin-Ashi candles. If you got in, down here back in January, you're sitting pretty nice right now with NVIDIA. And so it comes to the point of, well, for those of you that know, I am bearish on NVIDIA for the short term. And why am I seeing that? Well, as far as the Heikin-Ashi candles are concerned, you can see now, keep in mind this 2-week candle is not closed yet, but we're starting to see an engulfing from the previous candle. So what that's sort of implying is a change in trend and an exhaustion of the momentum. So what you like to see for a strong uptrend is something like this, where the previous Heikin-Ashi close sits about the middle of the current or newest candle. And this engulfingness right here is indicating that we could see a breather or just a complete trend down to lower lows. And you can kind of see now, although this is a doji right here, this candle right here is engulfed by the previous candle, and that signaled a change in reversal. So as far as the Heikin-Ashi candles, the way a lot of people like to play them is that you want to actually see not just an engulfing like this, and not just a doji, but an actual strong red candle to signal a trend in reversal. It all comes down to risk tolerance and what your other indicators are telling you. So from a 2-week time frame, we're seeing a potential change in reversal, nothing too strong yet, and you do see still the blue on the TSI right here. So the TSI is still showing an uptrend. There's no signal of a reversal yet on the TSI, and we're sitting at about in no man's land, slightly over the 0 line. So if we go down to the 1-week time frame and narrow it down a little bit more, now you can see that doji right here. Okay, so that doji again is starting to signal a change in reversal, or a change in trend, and a reversal is starting to happen. The TSI right here has not bowed over yet. You really like to see that because it can run for quite a while, and that's what you're seeing right here. And again, we talked about all this, or a lot of this, in our previous video. So you really want to see a change in direction. You want to see the red TSI start to inflect back down. You want to see it come back down over that overbought line, and that really helps signal a change in reversal. So can you start nibbling in here? I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just how I see it in the market. I started nibbling in shorting NVIDIA about a week or two ago. And actually, I think it just turned green today. We had a pretty big downturn in the market with some of the macroeconomic news that came out today. So do I see this going down? Well, at the very least, there's a lot more downside than there is upside. And when you're trading, that's what you want to look at, right? So what I laid out in my previous video is this resistance right here, and this what was previous resistance that could now act as support right here. This is sort of reflecting the overbought. This is reflecting the oversold. So what this is telling you is that there's more downside than there is upside. You want to catch these moves before they start happening. You know, if you get down to here, then you start buying. Well, it's possible it's either a breather or a trend reversal. And if it's a breather, then you're gonna be SOL on that trade. Versus if you got it at the right time where it's hitting this resistance, you can at least take some profits, or you won't lose as much if it does change direction on you. So let's go back down now to the daily, and the daily right here on, again, the Heikin-Ashi candles is still just a doji, and that is because of the pretty strong trend change. You get a high uptrend right here, so it's going to take a little bit of time for this to then reflect down. But what the TSI is showing you, as we talked again about this in our previous video, is a bearish divergence. This bearish divergence has been playing out since looks like February of this year. So it's been going on for a couple months now. So what the bearish divergence means is you have a higher high on the TSI right here on February 9th. And the price action, at least according to the Heikin-Ashi candles, was about 224. And then you had a breather in the TSI to come up to a new higher high. And on the previous, or at least according to the Heikin-Ashi candles, it is then a newer high at 279. But it's a lower high on the TSI. So it's a bearish divergence in the price action. And what that means is that there's a change in momentum starting to occur, at least signaling that there's a potential change in direction. And once again, too, you know, follow this 100-day moving average. Look how much over the moving average we are. So as everything comes up, must come down. So that's what we're looking at. There's definitely more downside on the NVDA than there is upside. And NVIDIA is a pretty volatile stock, so there's a lot to gain and a lot to lose. So if you play it right and you play this short right, you could really bring home some good gains here. And once again, don't forget about the Bjorgum multi-MA. So that's a 7 moving average and the 25 moving average. Right now, it's been pretty strongly blue. If we zoom in, it is still blue. Go down to the 4-hour and everything will kind of change. And it'll give a little bit more clear direction of exhaustion. So what you can see right now is you're seeing a lot more red. So you used to go longer roads on the blue, signaling a pretty strong uptrend. Now we got a red, and now we're starting a new red again. And for the 4-hour for today, we had two pretty strong Heikin-Ashi red Heikin-Ashi candles, which are signaling again a change in direction. So, you know, I believe I at least see this really coming down to the 238 to meet that moving average. Maybe slightly a little bit more, because things like to correct on the downside a little too much and on the upside a little too much. So that's all I got for you guys today. Real quick, I did a really awesome deep dive on it's an expose on insider trading in Washington. Highly encourage you guys to check that out. Also, I really encourage you to hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and hit the notification bell so you can see every time my videos come out. We're gonna keep following the video. We're gonna keep tracking that. So if that's a stock that you are interested in, follow me and stay tuned. Thank you.